Well, hello and good evening, everyone. I am Gary Gatto, and welcome to P1's coverage of Round 14 and Championship Monday on the inaugural season of the Sim Motion ISRA Open Wheel Series. We come to you tonight from the world's greatest race course, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. As tonight we are going to crown ourselves an inaugural champion of Season 1 here in the ISRA Open Wheel Series. Joining me in the booth, as always, is Luis Gonzalez Nunez. Luis, it's really coming down to two drivers. There are three mathematically involved here, but it's really going to come down to two. Is it going to be Clindy, or is it going to be Mr. Goodman? What are your thoughts here going into qualifying here for this 500-kilometer event?
Yeah, good evening for everyone. We are at the end. We started in December 2nd with the race in Miami when Clindy won the race at that day. And we are finished today, March 17, with Goodman versus Clindy, or Clindy versus Goodman today for the championship. I think so. The question is, Clindy have the big alternative to win the championship. But, Indianapolis is really, really tough for everyone. So the question is, how is going to be in condition in track condition for these two guys? Today is going to be exciting. We have 24 cars in the grid. And I hope we have a good race. Last week, Clindy said, I want to finish the race. I don't want to get involved in nothing crazy. If I finish the race, the championship is for me. So Goodman is just have a bad race last week on 7 in Chicagoland. So today it's going to be a good race for everyone. And I hope it's going to have a good winner today in ISRA.
Well, there you see the points. 17 points separate the top two. Then we go back another 19 points to Wags, who is mathematically involved here. And should be mentioned, Wags has been in the points championship contention before and other levels of ISRA, so this is nothing new for him. Rigney might be at the extreme end of the championship. If something really bad happens to the top three, he might have an outside shot. We shall see. I don't think Justin Kirby mathematically is eligible, but he's going to put in a good effort here today. But as your top five, Hearn, Lewis, Hayes, Forsyth, Gallas, and Mall round out your top 10 coming into today's final race of the season. Let's get the points off as times are being put up on the board at the moment. Wags currently provisionally on the pole, and Forsyth just stole it from him with the 2:28.6. A big lap. That's a big difference between what Forsyth and Wagner did there. Wow, a half a mile per hour plus.
And he did it the last 5 seconds to the end of the qualifying season.
Well, let's get in today's final starting lineup for this season. And on the pole is Craig Forsyth, 2:28.6, and he beats Wagner by 0.6 of a mile per hour. I mean, that's pretty huge. If we actually break that down, let's break it down what the time is. Here it goes. Let's go out the time. Forsyth, he's a 10th faster, so that's what it equates to mathematically. If we go back to speed here. Wagner on the outside in a special livery. We will talk about him on the outside of row 1. Goodman getting a much better start than Clindy. He is currently in 3rd. Rayvon, I expect Rick to do very well here. He is the Indianapolis Whisperer. I've seen him win or come close to winning this race so many times. He is currently lining up 4th. Murph in the Plucked Chicken, I believe. He is currently on row 3. Coker, he is also on row 3. Reagan and Hayes, row 4. Mall and Gallas on row 5. Hearn and Ramsey back on row 6. Mark Amini and Clinworth. That's where one of our points contenders for tonight is going to be back on row 7, Lovern and Kirby back on row 8, and then a lot of folks starting for the rear for the worst to first challenge, Callisto and Omir, Mitchum and Irby. Armstrong and Rigney and Herrick rounding out the remainder of this field.
So, Glendy on lap 2 for the fastest time qualifying hit the wall on turn 2.
Oof.
That's why he finished in that position on 14. And for the hockey fans, Maple Leaf finally they win. They're winning actually 6-0 over Calgary, at least. Pretty good. Is it St. Patrick's in USA?
Yes, it is St. Patrick's Day, so happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody out there. Hope you didn't drink too much green beer today. And let's get the camera. Go ahead.
I asked him because the Maple Leaf have a different shirt. They have a green white shirt, so that's why like I celebrate St. Patrick's. I left my job on Sunday. It was a lot of people Saturday with a green stuff and drunk, dirty people, dirty stuff in the floor. So kind of.
And there you see Wagner. He is in the 1992 paint job of Al Unser Sr. in his final Indy 500. He brought that car to third place in that incident-marred 92 race. It is the best finish ever for the Buick engine and went the full 500 miles. Love that livery. He'll be starting on the outside, getting ready to go green this time by.
And next to him, I said Jack Villeneuve and Rick Raybon with the... Oh my God, so I forget the name.
Rick Mears.
Yes, Rick Mears.
And we are green flag for the final time this season. It is Villeneuve, Unser, and Mears in the 1. Oh, Goodman gets loose.
And Hayes stayed with the car.
So 2 drivers getting loose real quick. We'll check a real quick look at that. I think what happened is Hayes got loose. And we've been seeing this a lot with these cars coming up to speed in turn 1, getting loose. Hayes and right in front of Hearn. And Goodman and Hayes at the same time getting loose. But now they're up to speed. Physics is working full for these cars and downforce. And we got Mears to the lead over Villeneuve. Unser back in third. And we got Mark Murphy and the Plucked Chicken back and forth.
I never... Did you ask him before Craig Forsyth which paint is for who? If it's Greg Moore or Villeneuve or...
It's more for Forsyth Racing. It's more for Forsyth Racing, I'm willing to bet. But he is Canadian, so it could be either for Jacques or Greg.
It should be.
Here we go, coming down for the first lap, or for the third lap of this race. Forsyth Purple, 220.3.
Oh, Taquila, I see in pits. He's coming out now.
He might have had a late start.
Yeah. Oh, that's too late. With 1 lap down.
He's actually going to be 2 laps down to the leaders.
Of course.
But he's there to help his teammate, so... Reagan on the outside of Mall. Oh, there's a big pass. He just sent it. Here are the weather conditions one more time. 70 degrees ambient, 118 degrees track temperature, and that is not a temperature for the sleight of heart here. That's going to make you work all afternoon here.
Yes, sir. So I give up. So I put race lap with the the other metric, USA metric or England metric or whatever metric it is.
Fahrenheit.
So no more kilometers
Whoa!
on Fahrenheit. So no more that.
Murphy slides up in a spot just barely big enough for his Dallara to fit in, and he moves himself up to third. Now he's taking a look at second on the inside of Forsyth. This is for second. Forsyth up high. They're going to go side by side into the short chute on the south end of the racetrack into turn 2. Murphy powers out in front. Wagner now has the lead. And at times during that 92-500, that Buick that Allenser Sr. was driving was about the only car that could actually hang with Michael Andretti for whatever reason that day. And it should be to no coincidence that Al Unser Sr. and A.J. Foyt both got their final top 10 of their IndyCar, or their Indy 500 career. I think it was their IndyCar career as well. At that race, and that should be no secret, because in order to finish that particular race at that particular year, you needed to be a big-time veteran. And so many incidents over the course of that entire race were impacting everybody, from the rookies to the veterans like Mario Andretti. But to no surprise, you got big-time drivers like Al Unser Sr. and A.J. Foyt bringing their cars home to a top 10 finish in that race. Should be no surprise, because they are real pros and they know what they are doing and how to handle these cars under those very bad circumstances. That was going on back in 92. A little bit further back, we got Goodman taking a look to the inside of Gallas. He thinks about it better, tucks back in, goes single file back through one.
So today, Jay Foyt, 90 years old.
Oof. I think he is your longest living, how do I say this? He is, of all the winners that are currently living right now, he is the oldest. That's what I'm trying to say.
58 when he attempt to qualifying for 93 Indy 500.
And let's take a look at our... And Clindy getting a drop on Hearn, move him up one more spot. And that's that is our points leader. That's the guy we're going to be watching this afternoon.
Forsyth hit the wall. Oh no, he got loose on turn 2. He too much apron on the last save, and that's what? In my camera, iRacing showed me the
wow, he grabbed way too much of that apron.
Yeah, but check it out, when he went to the wall. In my camera, see the front right wheel is going inside. It's like I have a damage, and then boom, put it back for the wheel.
Murph is run down, wags a little bit. We're still in the early stages here. Lap 9 of 125. This is a 500-kilometer event. The rule set for today, 2.5-mile rectangular oval, 125 laps, 500 kilometers, which equates to about 312 and a half race miles. Unlimited tires, 75% fuel, 1 fast repair pit road. Speed limit is 60 miles per hour. Rick is looking for a shot on the outside going into turn 2. Now he tucks in back behind Murph. Rick takes a look to the inside, down the backstretch, and he should have the position going into 3. Murph's not really giving up a lot there. He's going to fight him going into 4 in front of the Northwest Vista. Now off the corner, down the main straight, still drag racing, and it looks like Wags is actually going to give the draft to Murph and help him out a little bit. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Look like that. So it's the best to pass to defend. I think so when you go for outside, because inside is so hard and it's loose. We already see how Forsyth almost lose, Goodman and many others with 9 laps, 10 laps?
Yeah. Still a long race to go. If you enjoy P1's coverage of the SimMotion ISRA Open Wheel Series and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. We know half of you out there are watching are not subscribers. You need to change that, or at least 4 out of every 10 of you are not subscribers. Change that. Turn the red button gray. Subscribe to the channel. If not, like the video. And if you do subscribe, ring the bell so you'll miss out on future P1 iRacing broadcasts. Are you ready for some Indy 500 trivia time, Lewis? Who is the track record holder? Four lap and single lap track record holder in Indianapolis.
Ariel Lydander?
Yes, correct. Ari Leyendijk has actually the official 4, the official 1, and the unofficial 1. The unofficial is 239.6. He turned that in practice during Fast Friday in 96. The single official lap is 237.498 miles per hour. And the 4-lap official record, 236.986 miles per hour. So you could actually, folks, if you're in a bar, maybe you're going to go to a bar later for St. Patrick's Day and you want to win a bar bet, ask someone who has the track record in Indianapolis. Or ask them if the track record in Indianapolis is the pole record. That's what you want to ask. And if they say yes, they are wrong. Because the pole record only set last year at 234 miles per hour by Scott McLaughlin. But the track record, because Ari Leyendijk set it on day 2 of qualifying back under the old qualifying rules, it's 236.9 is the official 4-lap record. But the pole record was only set last year at 234.2. So there you go. A free beer courtesy of Gary. You can thank me later. But at the front is Rick, Ravon, Wagner, and Murphy. Coker has moved up to 4th. Forsyth back to 5th. 14 laps into this thing.
I always, when I come in Indianapolis, I want to mention this. Ariel always asking about the faster lap. And he's getting tired. It's like from 96, he's still asking me the same thing. So I hope, please, somebody broke the record. Stop to make me the same question every year. I get it all, and they're really too much.
Well, you know who the 4-time winners are.
Castro Neves, AJ Foyt. Yep, that's it.
Al Unser Sr. and Rick Mears.
Oh.
So you got two 4-time winner liveries at the front of the field right here as well.
Oh, yeah, right.
Big Al won in 72, or 71. 72 was Donahue. And then he won in 78 when he won the Triple Crown, the only IndyCar driver to win the Triple Crown. And then he won again in that race where he came in really as a substitute driver in 87. And they put him in a car in the second weekend of qualifications because the primary driver, which was Danny Ungaius, and very Danny Ungaius type reputation at Indianapolis, got in a hard wreck and was not medically cleared for the 500. So they basically pulled Al Sr. out of kind of a forced retirement, put him into a car that they pulled out of I believe it was a hotel lobby. It was a show car. And they put an engine in it. It was a year-old car. And he ended up taking that to victory lane, surviving a near miss on lap 1 of a wreck. I think Jose Lee Garza spun out turn 1, lap 1 that year right in front of him. After he survived that, he just stuck around all day long on the lead lap and until Roberto Guerrero stalled his car in the pits on his final pit stop. That's all it took to give the 4th victory to Al Sr. back in 87. Those are your 4-time winners. The Mount Rushmore of Indianapolis 500 victories. Foyt, Unser Sr., Rick Mears, and Helio Castro Neves. I can actually say I was actually at all 4 of Castro Neves' wins. I'm actually pretty proud to say that.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Who won the championship and the Indy 500 the same year? Indy 500 is the Indy and also the championship.
So win the championship and then come in and win the 500. They'll be the reigning champion and win the 500. You've asked me this before. And
Oh really?
I think
Oh my
he
God!
did.
You're getting crazy. I started looking for that. Are you getting quiet? It's like, oh, maybe he's looking for it.
I actually I took the records of this. I'm not sure where I put it on my spreadsheet, but the Lionel Callisto purple lap. Let me dig this up here. Oh, here we go. Franchitti, I think, did it twice. I know Kenny Breck did it. Juan Montoya won it because he was the defending kart champion, and he won the 500. Yeah, I think it's Franchitti, 2011.
Brendan Kirby said Mears.
I'm going to have to look back, and then I don't think Mears...
I will check it for you in between.
Well, we shall go back through the field as we're always been on the leaders here. But while we're looking that up, it is Rick Ravon, Matt Wagner second, Murphy in third, Coker in fourth, Forsyth back to fifth, the Dean Mall up 3 spots to sixth, Chris Reagan now in seventh, Hugo Gallas in eighth, Michael Goodman in ninth, and look who's right behind Goodman.
Clendy. Quiet over there. He don't need to even do something stupid. Just get there, get the 4-wheel on the track, and that's it.
And we are getting close to pit stops. Getting very close to pit stops.
So yeah, you're right about the Dario. Is not Rick Mears. Let me see. No, not Rick Mears. Oh yeah, 1979 from Penske. He won the Indy and also won the championship. And that time the car championship. But the Indy 500 was a USAC, so kind of confused there.
Well, no, but it was part of the kart calendar. It was part of the kart. Yeah, let's look at that real quick.
Yeah, so Rick Mears
79. Yeah, 79. Rick Mears was the kart champion, and he did win. No, wait a minute. He would have to be the kart champion from 78. Coming into 79 where he won the 500. So the champion in 78 was Tom Sneva. In 79, Rick Mears won the 500. So he must have won he won the 79 kart championship at the end of the season. So that would have made him the kart champion when when Johnny Rutherford won the 580. Rick Mears won the kart championship at 81, almost won the 582.
I have another one. Little L Junior, 94.
Well, he won the 500.
And
he won the championship, but he wasn't the reigning champion coming into the 500. If that's the question.
Oh no! I said the question is, who won the championship and won the same, and also the Indy 500 the same year.
In the same year. Okay, so you're not coming into Indianapolis as the reigning national champion, which doesn't always work out very well for the reigning national champion.
Before we keep going, we have a pit stop. And
yep,
we have a
Rick Ravon on pit road, watching him come off the pit road right now as he's hustling that car for all it's worth, trying to chase down Wags.
And hey, Shane Coker, really, really good first team for him in the top 5 today. And Clendy's coming in now, Clendy.
And Murphy's still out there saving fuel and turning laps. He is your leader at the moment. Hugo Gallas 3.5 seconds behind, coming to. Here comes Murph. Don't know if Hugo's coming to pit road. Hugo is coming. Here comes everybody else. Clendy Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that was behind. We're going to have to rewatch that.
Good man.
Watch this. And Goodman did not get a black flag, but he had to take evasive maneuvers.
That's why I don't like coming with somebody on front. Oh, Pat Armstrong.
Oh, Pat Armstrong,
missing.
stretch. A little sideways, getting into his stall. Glindy out ahead of Goodman, and with Gallas between them.
Where is?
So this might work out, so they're going to pit every 25 laps or so. So next round of stops, I would imagine, is right around 50 then.
So basically, everyone. So if you're going to make it 25, you don't need to save fuel. For example, Murphy, he did 25 plus 26 on track on the pit road. So, sorry, 24 plus 1. So, but Wagner did 23.
Gallas underneath Glindy for a pass in the 1. That's a battle for 7th.
Justin Kirby did 25.
Yeah, here are
And
your
he's sexy
stints. Here are your stint lengths. Wagner did 23. Rayvon did 23. Murphy did 25. Forsyth 24. Coker 23. Mall 24. Gallas 25. Clendy 25. Goodman 25. Reagan 24. Those that are on 25, if they don't lose the pace to the leaders, they are going to not have to make a splash at the end. Everybody that's coming in at less than 25 are going to make a splash have to make a splash at the end.
Yes.
So at this point, if I'm Wagner and Rayvon, it's foot to the floor. Let's go as fast as we absolutely can. Let's burn as much fuel as we can. And let's work together, and let's try to put the biggest delta between us and the cars behind us, because we know that we're going to, at this point already, unless we could save 2 laps of fuel, that we are going to have to make a splash at the end at some point.
Yes, so I think Raven is just save fuel and leave Wagner drive for him, basically. But it's better to do this because every time you make sometimes the swap or switch in between 2 drivers is sometimes works, sometimes not. The only way to work is if you're inside in the same Discord or TeamSpeak or whatever it is. So if it's the same, they can make conversation between, okay, your turn. But Indianapolis is pretty tough. So it's better to Raven stay like this. Don't try to attempt to do that switch in between.
Now, Brent and Chad is saying that Kirby, Justin, has the magic number, and he does. He went 26. Mason Mitchum went 26. Also, Jim Herrick went 26. Unfortunately, Ty Quilla, still 2 laps down, went 26. So we might see a surprise winner here if someone can just go a little bit longer than everyone else. Thing is, they cannot fall behind too much. They cannot lose a lap. They got to stay on it somehow. Here's Ball to the inside of Coker. Into 1. And Coker's going to have the run on the high side, and he gets it back.
Pretty strong of on Coker performance today.
Yeah, I agree with Chad. If this goes green the entire way, which it very well might. The only time that I anticipate that if, right now in close proximity, we got 2 cars running that. I mean, that's when your cautions are going to occur. But everyone's been giving each other lots of room. They've had a season-long worth of races. They learn each other's tendencies, and they've learned this car. Oh, ball. All right into the wall there, almost. But if this goes caution-free, which it's not out of the realm of possibility, the only time that I anticipate cautions and it getting dicey is coming to pit road and leaving pit road. But even if there's an incident on pit road, that shouldn't bring out the caution. Where we would get the caution if somehow they lose control coming through turns 1 and 2 on the warm-up lane, similar to along the lines of what you saw with Graham Rahal a couple of years ago, 2021, when he lost the tire.
Oh yeah.
He was upset. He and his team actually had the strategy. I remember at that race watching, and when he came to pit road, I remember doing the math, and I'm like, he's one less stop than everybody else. And then as soon as I said that, he wrecked.
Oh my God!
His team didn't put the wheel on, didn't put the lug nut on.
I think so. The worst one was Robbie Gordon when they said, "Oh, I think we're done." I said, "Yeah, you can keep pushing." I said, "I don't know, maybe. Yeah, our calculation is pretty good. Keep going." And then it's like so yeah. It's
coming to the white flag, and I'm out of gas. Yeah, I was there for that race too. And I remember sitting doing the math on that one, going, I have no idea how he's going to make it. None whatsoever.
Brian Irby hit the wall in this turn 2 with all of this group. 17, 19, 18, 21, 15.
Let's see what happens with Irby and the Skull Bandit, which was actually sat on the pole here in Indianapolis back in '83. Down low, and he goes up the racetrack. Wow. And great job by everybody behind him. Ramsey, and then also we got Ty in there. Ooh. Richie Hearn, Mitchum.
In the main straight, he went too fast. So he passed 3 cars to him, and when you pass 3 cars, and to try to slow down on turn 1 is not work. So that's happened with him. He hit the wall over there. Boom.
There is the Skull Bandit. Yeah, there is a Skull Bandit. It was put on the pole by Teo Fabi back in 1983 when Teo Fabi was a rookie.
So, how many poles Scott Brayton did in Indy 500?
2. He won the pole in 95, and then he did win the pole in 96. But unfortunately, he perished in a practice accident after pole day. And so everyone got moved up a spot. Unofficially, Tony Stewart didn't win the pole, but he started from the pole in that particular race because he got moved up one spot to the pole position because of that incident. Scott Brayson also started on the front row in the 85 Indy 500, right alongside Pancho Carter. That was kind of the debut of the Buick engine that year, and they both started up front. And Pancho ended up finishing 33rd. His engine did not last very long at all, and Scott not too much longer after that. That has been the story of the Buick engines here at Indianapolis. Always very fast, but never there at the finish. With the lone exception of the car we're watching right here, Matty Wagner in the Al Unser Senior livery. He brought that car home 500 miles, 200 laps. And that very, very high attrition rate, 92 Indy 500. And that might have been what saved the car. That many laps under caution might have saved the engine, really. And cooler temperatures. I mean, it was ripe conditions for that car to do well, and it did. Clindy still with Goodman in his rearview mirror. But they are staying in the draft. No one is really willing to race here because of the 75% fuel and the way that we're going to be coming to the finish for this one. So I do understand that next season, when we do get next season, it will be 100% fuel. So there'll be no more fuel mileage races, we think. So I don't know if I'm breaking news there, but...
Well, we have to know because, you know, the real life, the IndyCar is ready to give you information in November, December, January, February. We already know what's happened to the next season. I already know what happened when it happened in the schedule for 2026 with all of these new and more tracks around. I still thinking about, I think Toronto is gonna stay because it's in July and the World Cup is in June. So it should be a stay.
We have seen a quick swap for third. Not sure exactly when, but Forsyth now leading. Whoa, Forsyth kind of got surprised there a little bit as I think Mark, kind of surprised him by sending it very late into the corner.
I hear about Murphy in between. We're talking about the history, IndyCar, blah blah blah. Murphy said, "Oh, we can work together and try to catch them." But again, that's the problem. How? But they getting there, almost there. They are 2 point.
Yeah, we can get you some gaps. Yeah, we can get you some gaps here.
Yeah.
They are 2.8 to the leaders. So they are at least a second and a third away from getting to the nearest extension of the draft envelope.
Now Forza is doing. That's the good one. Now Murphy have to. Oh, I think turn 1 and 2 is more difficult than 3 and 4 in iRacing. And the real life for sure is.
Well, we saw on our broadcast of the Velocity Online Racing Indy 500 on Saturday, and that's on the Velocity Online Racing channel. Turn 2 was very difficult for these racers, and we'll look at the situation one more time, and then I want to get a word in for Sim Motion. But no light wind, still high temperatures out there. Humidity pretty constant.
Actually, it's not changing at all. 2 miles per hour wind, 70%, 70 Fahrenheit, and in the air, almost 120 Fahrenheit track. You know what? Raven and Wagner have a lap down in front of him.
Oh, and that was a pretty hard lick into the wall by Forsyth, our pole sitter. And he's going to lose touch with Murphy a little bit. Now Murphy has caught some lap traffic in the form of the Skull Bandit. Skull Bandit going to stay high for him in the corner. Murph down low, gets on by. Skull Bandit just navigates him behind. Irby, good job.
Let me tell you, this is surprise. You know how take you to try to lap down properly without use the pit in Indianapolis is tough. It's really hard. And with the 45 laps, they already found it at top 20.
Wagner on pit road, and he only went 20 laps on this stint, so he is already falling more behind for an extra stop. This would be very apropos for the Buick engine, using more fuel than everyone else.
20 laps. Last lap he did 23.
Oh, and look at Rick. He is marred in traffic. Oh, and there's Richie on the high side. In front of Rick is Ramsey and Rigney. Now maybe Rick just stays put here, stays in line. Nope, he's going to go after Ramsey here. Now does he come to pit road this time by? No, he's going to stay on out.
He saved a lot of fuel.
And we got someone coming to pit road. Murph coming to pit road.
So Wagner did 20. That's a good note.
Reagan on pit road. Yep. Wagner did 20. I'm not sure if that's a good number or not right now. Right now, Ray Vaughn's done 23. I think that's a good number compared to what Wagner's done. While we wait for Rick to make the turn down pit road, Sim Motion is a proud sponsor of the ISRA with over 50 combined years of experience in the community. As Rick comes down pit road right now, Sim Motion is your one-stop strategy for everything you need for sim racing, whether you still have your rookie stripes or you're a grizzled veteran like Rick Ray Vaughn here looking for the next upgrade. Check out their line of sim racing hardware, including top brands like Azatec, Butt Kicker, Moza, Sim Magic, and more. Visit their online store today or follow them on one of their socials. All the links you need are in the description. Rick Ray Vaughn bringing his Dallara down to the marks, hitting them up on the jacks, going for a new set of tires, full tank of fuel. Along with him on pit road is Coker as well as Forsyth. Dean Darth Ball now is your leader as he comes to pit road. Oh, he has a very awkward exit off of 4, but he controls it and hits the marks. Also coming down pit road, Hugo Gallas. So now this turns it over to Clindy and Goodman.
So we didn't mention about the exit before. We have the trick to use all the left side on the apron on the exit on the pit, because iRacing see this kind of trick stuff is not really good. We cannot use it. The people use that. They have an unsafe entry of pits. Exit, sorry.
And here comes, oh no, Clindy goes to the inside. Kind of a bit of a pump fake. Goodman does not follow him immediately. Then he tucks in behind him.
It's coming now. It's coming next time by. That's what he said.
Now, he's driving a Ford. Ford is actually not in IndyCar racing, but Fords have not had the best record in the 500. Mark Murphy, purple lap, 2:22.4. Or this Ford's going to go an extra lap, or at least this Dallara is.
Oh, that's why he showed me Brian Irby towing. He make the stop, and when he released the free group released the car, he spun on the.
Who spun?
On the, Brian Irby.
Oh, Brian Irby. Okay. That's what he. Yeah, you go. Here comes Goodman. Yeah, you're coming off of pit road, and your wheels will spin. And whoa, that was close. That was really close. I was expecting the black flag icon to pop up on my timing and scoring, and he nailed it. Devin Ramsey has the black flag right now.
Oh, no. Who almost get it?
Goodman.
Oh, let me see him.
Oh, he missed his marks.
Oh, no.
Wagner now the leader. Oh, wow. Rick Ray Vaughn, Brazilian, clears himself in front of Murphy. About chops off his front nose. I'm sure that probably got Mark a little fired up in the cockpit. We'll see how he answers. But all your leaders are now back together, and that hitting the wall for Forsyth does not seem to be hurting him right now, as he is back involved in the battle for the lead. He is now 4th. Mason Mitchum has worked his way up to 5th. And he's coming to pit road. So this is a scheduled stop for Mitchum. He went 25 laps on that stint. Ramsey coming to pit road, I think, to answer the black flag. Coker in 5th, running a great race. And we see Say Hey Lewis Hayes coming off of pit road there in the P1 car. Pretty sharp looking. I like the blue and white. Dean Darth Maul will get around him. For you, those of you at home playing and want to know the last time a Ford has won the Indy 500, or the only 2 times in recent history that the Ford has won the Indy 500, the Ford engine. And it's the Ford Cosworth, basically, engine. It'll be 95 and 96. That would be Jacques Villeneuve and Buddy Lazier.
Oh, I thought it was Mercedes.
Now, Mercedes would have been, at least in 96, Davy Jones was the only Mercedes in the lineup.
I thought it was Mercedes Villeneuve, to be honest.
And it was the Beast Mercedes that won in 94. The specially constructed Mercedes, yes. That everyone hated, except Team Penske. There's a good book on it out there called The Beast. People need to check it out. Ty Quilla on pit road with a meatball, getting some work done. His day might be done. He was just out here making some laps, hoping to help out his teammate, Clindy. Clindy in 8th right now. There he is. He's right behind Hugo Gallas. And if I know Clindy, he is trying to make this stint go as long as possible. Here is the stint report for everybody, and I think pit stop count is a stint time. Well, this is the current stint. Wagner's at 11 laps, Ravon 8, Murphy 9, Forsyth 8, Coker 8. But in the previous stint, it was Wagner with actually 21 laps. He had to cross the start-finish line while he was coming to a stall, so he went from 20 to 21, but he was pitting on his 20th lap. 24 for Ravon, 23 for Forsyth, 21 for Murph, 24 for Coker, 24 for Mall, 23 for Gallas, another 25 for Clindy, 24 for Marcamini, who has worked his way up into the top 10, and Lionel Callisto at 25. Goodman managed to turn 26. Also Mitchum 26, Hayes 26, Richie Hearn 26, Jim Herrick 27. And Kirby at 24, for those the Kirby fans in the chat.
I have to say this. This race needs a yellow flag. Only one. Why? Because they can regroup everything. Look, why I said this? Because it's crazy how Coker is in 5th. And he's 5 seconds behind of Murphy.
Irby getting a launch off the turn 4 wall. I don't know. I can't see. It's behind the... He made contact with the inside wall. But here we go. He just gets loose coming off the corner and shoots the inside wall. We've seen this happen so many times. Hunter Smith says Ford has won 8 times. Yep, I believe that. They have not they have not had a great record. Great record. See, he goes off the inside wall, hits the inside wall, and I don't know if he's answered a fast repair yet or not. But we'll see if he comes to pit road here or he is on pit road. We'll see if he might have already used his fast repair, so he cannot get that looked at anymore. Might be day done.
Pretty tough for Goodman. He's 12th, he started on 3rd. And problem with in the pit stop now is over there, trying to recover to go to the front. So, yeah, it's pretty hard for him.
And the late 60s, early 70s, Ford was the engine. They won 3 straight races in 69 and 70, 71 with Andretti in the back-to-back races by Al Sr. and also won the 67 race with AJ getting his third 500. But a big dry spell for Ford after that until the early 90s. Go ahead, Rayvon.
The dirty air from Wagner, and he almost hit the wall on turn 4, but he recovered the car and tried to go in over there. But it's hard. He's 13.
But he's using the high line now to help kind of get some clean air. At least he was through 1 and 2 that time.
My God, he's getting close. When he going to turn 3 or 2, sorry, turn 3 or turn 1, when he enter, he going to the wall and he going to the apex on the turn. So it's getting too close to the wall. Look at that. Oh, again. So I remember I did one time and I hit the wall many times. And sometimes you don't realize your car is getting damaged a little bit, and a little bit. And then at some point your car is slow because of that reason.
Here you see through turn 3, he's getting the dirty air from the car not immediately in front of him, but the next car up, and I believe that is Rigney. That's where Rick is getting the dirty air from. He's going to go to the inside of Wagner into 1.
Oh, it's getting loose.
Oh, Wagner just holds his line on the outside, gets the lead back. Ooh,
oh.
That was close.
Yeah. He won the lead. He don't want to play. Or just hold it. I already know how Rick Raven is. I remember that league I was.
Whoa!
He got so mad with the owner of the league. He got disqualified because for the bad language he used. And he was like, I want to play.
Rick doesn't use bad language.
Well, for the situation was a bad, really bad, really bad. It was unfair, to be honest. Because he come here, I remember he was in that race to race. He don't wanna like stay behind and just wait for something to the end. I was me, Raven, and somebody else. I don't remember. It was on the top, but I don't remember the guy now. Fight for the race. And yeah, that's unfortunate.
Well, let me tell you my experience with Rick and my very first iRacing full-length Indy 500 was in the old TI Racing IndyCar Series, and Craig Forsyth was part of this league as well. Jim Herrick used to be the admin of the league. There's a couple of people maybe that are here that were part of that league, and here's Rick on the down low of. He's not getting the clean air from Riggs. Riggs is not making things easy, but I got into the I qualified horribly. I think I was 23 cars qualified. Oh gosh, I almost thought we got contact there. I think I qualified 14th, and I was just awful. And I was his teammate for the race. And in the first part of the race, he was swapping with the driver. This is fixed setup, but eventually he just broke away. And it was actually it wasn't a full 500-mile race. I think we just went 100 laps. I think we just did it. Oh, it taps the wall, turning into 3, turning into 4. Okay, Murph coming to pit road as I'm continuing to tell this story. This is going to be Murph coming to lap 20. So he has not been able to save this fuel. I was off the pace all day. I don't know what the deal was. I didn't touch the wall. I didn't use my fast repair. It was just a learning experience for me. Rick had the whole field covered. For whatever reason, when they set that race up, they set it up with a green-white checker finish. And sure enough, we get to the end, and I think Rick is coming around to get ready to take the white flag. And before he can get to the start-finish line for the white flag, the caution comes out. And I think he had just enough fuel, because he didn't know it was green-white checker. I didn't know it was green-white checker. But he had just enough fuel to take the checkered flag if that was the case. So then he had to park the car, or he didn't have to park the car. He had to come to pit road and had to top off his tank. So he had to give up the lead to add fuel. And he still had, 4 or 5. I think we still had 4 or 5. No, not 4 or 5. We still had a green-white checker to go, I think, at what it was. And he goes to rejoin the field at the tail end of the field, and another car coming off of pit road wasn't paying attention and runs right into the back of him in the queue. Day done. Rick led 99 laps, had the race won. And then weird rules for a green-white checker. And then when he goes to get fuel coming off of pit road, someone runs into the back of him and kills his day.
That sucks.
That is, the Jim Herrick wrecked me in that race, I remember. I got, neither one of us made the finish in that one. I was not particularly happy with the way that race ended. And that is why I am not a big fan of even mistakes when they do, even when leagues make mistakes, they're like, well, it's green-white checker. We'll just go ahead and have it. No. Green-white checker for IndyCar racing it's not meant to be. Not meant to be.
It is not, to be honest. It is not. If for NASCAR, it's more show and thing, because, I don't know.
And there's Dean Mall, who's currently in second, waiting for him to come to pit road. Clindy, waiting for him to come to pit road as well. Mark Amini has worked his way up to fourth. Same thing, waiting for them to come to pit road. Wagner, Forsyth, Murphy, they're all in a string together, and they will catch our leader when they come to pit road. Right now, here comes Rick. Oh, he does lock it up. Maul coming in too. He locks it up, but he gets it on the marks. Good job, Maul. Same way. Down and away for Rick.
They play on limit, and to be honest, somebody's gonna eat the black flag, because I remember when I said this. Every time when you're over limit for 1 or 2 miles, iRacing count you like a first, second, and third strike to get that. So just be careful of that to the people.
Mark Amini coming to pit road.
Raven have a black flag. Raven have a black flag. Oh no, he touched. You remember I told you about the exit on the pit road. He touched 2 wheels to the apron on the exit on the turn on the exit on the pit. Sorry.
Oh.
I remember I told you the rules, because the people getting tricky stuff for the exit on the turn on the exit on the pit. You cannot even touch the white line, and Raven touched the white line on the exit on the pit.
Oh. It must have been earlier on pit road from where he was, but here he is going to answer the black flag. This is I believe, a drive-through penalty.
He already was 1 lap ago when he exit.
Let's see if
he put the 2 rights for sure. 2 right. That's. Oof.
Trying to see. Rick Rivon cleared pit lane. Okay, here it is. No, this is lap. So it would have been a lap 72.
71.
Okay, let's watch. Let's watch again. He's coming to pit road, and we're gonna play it at full speed here. And he comes down with, and we're not going to get a good, we're not going to get a good camera shot here, so we'll just try our best.
What about the inside car?
Actually, let's, that wasn't it. That was his drive-through. Would have been 71, you're right.
Yes, sir.
Let's go back to live. We'll dig it out here, try to find out what happened there. But unfortunately, Rick Ravon, black flag. It's going to take him out of the running. He needs a little bit of luck.
So before even you can going to the track and coming down to the pit exit, you even take the penalty.
And he's upset. He just turned the purple lap to 22.8. Okay, here is his out lap. Here it is right here. I don't even see it. Oh, right there. Okay, to that line. Okay, you can't go above that line. You must stay within the lane. And he got 2 wheels on the line, and that was it. Right there. Wow. Wow. That is... I don't like that rule very much.
To be honest, in iRacing inside of here rules said staying to the left of wild line, incident, pit, exit, access, row between turn.
Well, yeah. Well, hold on. We will show everybody this. We're gonna peek behind the corner, the curtain here a little bit, and we will show you the rules. And it clearly says right here that you cannot stay to the left of the white line that indicates the pit access road between turns 1 and 2. That's what they say is being violated there. So
the question, why Callisto have a black flag too?
Not sure why
Maybe
Callisto has a black flag.
Speeding? Let me see. I think so it was speeding.
He's got a 40-second hold, yeah, so it would been speeding coming into the pits. Here comes Goodman for his 3rd stop, I believe. He'll have one more after this, lap 78. He went 26, or actually 25 laps on this stint. Meanwhile, back up front, someone that we thought was kind of out of it for a while. He's had a couple of moments, let's say that. It's Craig Forsyth. He grabbed a little too much of the apron at one point, caught it going into turn 2, and then he smacked the wall coming out of turn 1 at one point, but still was able to recover in both instances and has his car now in a position to be up front and go for the win here with Wagner now in 2nd. And now running them down is Murphy as well. But Murph's trying to save some fuel. Dean Mall has worked his way to 4th. Shane Coker been in the top 5 all day today. I know some people are at home watching Shane, cheering him on. He's had himself a good race. Hugo Gallas, he's been in the top 10 for a good chunk of the day. He's in 6th. Rick Ravon, after coming to pit road and answering, this is what having a big lead does for you. Answering the drive-through, he's only down the 7th. So I take back kind of what I said. If we get a caution and shrink this field up, he's back in contention. He's right back in contention. Mark Amini looking at his best run of the season right now. He is currently in 8th. Clindy in 9th. And the key thing to Clindy is he's just ahead of Goodman in 11th. But Goodman's trying to go on extreme. Rick Ravon, by the way, another fast lap, a 222.9. He is not very happy. He's seeing red right now. I guarantee it. Clindy just needs to finish ahead of Goodman. Goodman got around Reagan for 10th. Goodman trying to go as long as possible on the fuel. That might be his only hope in trying to get ahead of Clindy and have the necessary positions that he needs to pass him in the championship. Lap 81 of 125. So what we're going to do right here, because we got a lot of strategies going to play out here in the final laps of this race, we're going to go side by side. We're going to get a last word in for Sim Motion, and we'll be right back for commercial-free coverage to the end here of the inaugural season of the Sim Motion ISRA Open Wheel Series championship race here in Indianapolis, 500K. We'll be right back.
With years of experience and a passion for customer service, Sim Motion is a trusted name for Sim Magic products. Whether you're just getting started or a seasoned pro, we have the gear to get you on the podium. At Sim Motion, we don't just sell gear, we fuel your passion for sim racing.
And we are back here at Indianapolis. Lap 83 of 125. Here are your updated weather conditions. It is a scorcher out there for these drivers on the track. 119 degrees, 7 degrees ambient. As we are at lap 83 of 125, we have at least one more stop to go. Some drivers might have 2 stops to go.
So that cost me a lot to understand why Callisto have a black flag. So he was out of fuel. So when he came into the pit, the car is not moving. So he tried to take it off the pit limit, and the car going from 60 to 65,
Oof.
and then 60 to 67, and then he got a black flag over there.
George Anzaldo checking in chat.
Yes, sir.
And currently on the speedway, we still have 21 of the 23 cars that started this race still racing right now.
Oof, this race looked like ERN. You remember? Shortest, this really short race we have at the Indy 500 when the Chad Frankenfeld won the race. So it looked like it was gonna be like that. We have 41 to go, and it's pretty good race, really clean.
Yeah, no cautions. And I will circle the lap here, circle it right there, and I'll initial it. I'm the one that just jinxed it. There we see a line of cars down the backstretch, led by Rick and then Hugo. And then they got Jim Herrick and Richie Hearn down a lap right behind him. If you're just joining us, this is P1's coverage of the Sim Motion ISRA Open Wheel Series coming to you from Indianapolis for Championship Monday. We've now completed 86 of 125 laps. If you're enjoying P1's coverage of tonight's race, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for future iRacing content, including tomorrow. The IndyCar Oval Series kicks off its Season 2 of 2025 schedule at Legacy, Texas. Coverage starts at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, an hour later, you don't want to miss it. It'll be myself, LGN, and Justin Petschauer calling the action for the start of a new season in the Indy Oval Series on iRacing.
In Texas, Legacy.
I consider that more of the proper Texas. I know a lot of people like the current Texas, but I like the 24 degrees of banking on both ends.
I don't like the new Texas. We saw yesterday, and it is really hard in turn 2, the exit on turn 2.
Hey, in December, we'll be right back here at the Brickyard. P1 Broadcasting becomes The primetime home for Happy Hour at the Brickyard, your nightly destination for all the action leading up to the prestigious PRI Hoosier 500. The last kiss of the bricks starts here for last kiss of the bricks for 2025 starts here. The countdown is on, so everybody pucker up and don't miss a second of the action. Like, share, and subscribe to stay locked in, and we will see you all back here at Indianapolis in December for the PRI Hoosier 500. Wags is now pulling away a little bit from Murph. We see that Forsyth on pit road, making his next to last stop. He went 20 laps this time, so he's going to make one more stop.
Ooh, don't touch the I see Craig Forsyth exit of him. It's like a, oops, I have to turn a little sharp to the left because
And there we see both Wags and Murph hitting pit road there. Oh, dodging a pit road. Gary Lovern does a good job. He comes off pit road. He has still another stop he'll need to do. Both these guys are still going to have to make another stop. If anyone can get another 10 laps and make it to 100, this will be their last stop. Can anyone make another 10 laps? Dean Darth Maul is your leader. He's gone 22 on his last stint. He is at 20 now. So he will not be able to make it to 100.
I gonna guess if I race over here, I have a 35 to go. I put less fuel to do one more stop to the end, the main one. So Reagan have a meatball flag. Oh, he hit the wall. He gets.
Oh wow, Reagan! Yeah, coming off the corner.
Oh, lucky we don't have a yellow flag. That was a yellow. Oh, he got loose in the entry.
Oh yeah, he did big time, and he power slides that thing all the way through turn 4. And he caught it, and then it catches again when he slows down, and then to the inside wall. And you know, with the debris getting kicked out into the racing line, that should have been a real caution in real life. But he keeps it off the racing line. And at this point, I don't think anyone wants to be the cause of the caution, so he's going to try to get down the pit road before they throw the caution. And he is gets by with the skin of his teeth.
I think for a strategy and how it's gonna be on the end, I'm gonna eat my words. I'm gonna say I don't want two yellows because it's pretty good strategy.
And
nice.
now Rick,
yeah,
Rick is back in the lead, but he's coming to pit road right now, so he's coming into lap 93. He's on lap 92, going to 93.
Shane Coker, bad for him. He missing his spot, very bad.
Well, we'll see where he cycles out when he gets back going here. But he's out, and he still needs another spot. And there's a lot of smoke on the north end of the racetrack. I'm not sure what happened. The leader now.
Ramsey.
Devin Ramsey?
Yeah, too much apron, turn 3. He went to the grass, almost the grass.
Oh, yeah, but he caught it, and so no caution there. Again, if this is real racing, that's probably a caution.
It should be.
Marcamini now picks up the lead. Clendy in second. Marcamini went 24 laps on his first stint, or his last stint, so we're expecting another 22. He's at 22, so probably another 2 after that. That gets him to 96. Guys, I think the ones with math to do it is going to come down to Clendy and Goodman.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Goodman, Clendy.
If they can get, if any of these drivers can get, like I said, get to lap 100. If we can get to lap 100, and for that final stop, they're good to go. Everyone else has either got to do a massive save, or they're going to have to do a splash and dash run at the end.
It is funny because without big move, big stuff, they are there just for a strategy. That's why it's good to have a teammate help you in your ears.
Marcamini.
If you do by yourself, it's not.
Yep. You know, then you sort of, and everything's, you got a lot going on, and then you question yourself. Did I do that right? Did I do that right? Marcamini, it does not hit the white line. I think everyone is now fully aware of the white line issue. So Clindy is now your leader. He is 19 laps into his stint. He went 26 last time. So if Clindy could just do 4 more laps, and maybe 1 more after that just for the good, and pits, he's done.
At least 5 more laps to go to the end, like a secure.
Yeah.
I want to be secure. I'm gonna do 5 more laps.
And right behind him is Goodman. Goodman is 18 laps into his stint. He went 26 last time for him, so he is actually 1 lap to the better right now of Clindy. So this might be a race to see who gets the overcut or undercut here.
What about Justin Kirby?
Well, let's talk about Justin Kirby. He is right there. Problem is, he went 23 his last stint. He's at 23 now. Can he save? Did he save possibly 3 to 4 laps worth of fuel in that stint? That is a huge ask, especially for someone that's not an IndyCar driver on the regular basis, but he's coming down to take another lap.
He needs 2 more laps and still need to save a little bit to go to the end.
And Kirby, he's lifting. You hear him lift right there. He is not in 6th gear. 6th gear is where I kind of expect the fuel save be. Now he's in 6th gear. You don't want those lights to blink, and he rolls out of it just before the lights blink. Ooh, catches the apron a little bit.
When you go too slow, the car is it's going to the pits.
So this means he needs to do about 2 laps to save somehow. Meanwhile, back up front, here we go, this is a battle for the fuel save. More than likely, this could be the battle for the win. I don't know. We'll see. This very well could be it. Clindy coming to lap 100, and he still has 3 laps to go until he gets to his... Oh, he's going to get caught behind lap traffic. There's a big push there. Goodman is there. 3 cars in front of him. 2 4D cars. And Lewis Goodman. Lewis Goodman. That's Mark Goodman. Lewis... Say hey, Lewis Hayes. Sorry. And to the high side. Is he going to come to pit road this time? No. Okay, so he decides not to push the issue because Hayes and Hearn decide to come to pit road. So now all he has is Herrick in front of him. Now, he's coming up on a driver that earlier last week wrecked him in a race at Dover. So you got to be wondering, what's going to happen here. So he's going to get in the draft. Is he going to stay there? Or is he going to pass? Is he going to stay? He's going to pull out. He's going to pass. Now, is Goodman going to come along with? Yes, Goodman is going to come along with. And also Forsyth, I think the team owner there, Herrick, allows Forsyth on through. Now, Herrick's going to pick up the lead. Or, excuse me, Forsyth is going to pick up the lead here momentarily when these guys come to pit road. Callisto coming to pit road. Here comes Forsyth around Goodman, and he's going to stay on it around Clindy.
Clindy's coming next on by. So
and also, guess what? Wagner and Murphy are in this battle too. So all the first 5 all together.
Yeah, I think Forsyth and Wagner know, they know is these two guys going to the end. This is last stop. So, yeah, it's kind of, yeah, I think so. Oh my God, my race is not good for now. So Goodman stay.
Final stop for Clindy. Championship stop right here.
So Goodman, he needs to stay. He need to attack more. He need to the draft because he need to that at least be fast. Because when you extend your stint, you're going slow like now.
Final stop of the championship for Clindy. It's possible he's down and away.
Goodman's
Only
coming.
8.1 seconds in the box. New tires and just enough fuel to get to the end. And he comes out and he rejoins. And here comes Kirby. Kirby goes around him. But now the race is on. Goodman now on pit road for his final stop of the season. Could this be the one that decides the championship for him? He comes to his marks. He nails them. He goes up on the jacks. A new set of Firestones. Just enough fuel to get to the end. Down and away. He's in the box. 8.1 seconds. He's on the pit road for 33.9. Clindy was on pit road for 34.3. So he might actually come out ahead of Clindy.
It is. It should be coming out. Yeah. Then maybe how about the help of Richie Hurd now? Yeah.
Nope. Clindy goes around. Goodman trying to come up to speed, and now he's going to have lap traffic. Another car around him. Another car around him. He does not want this.
Oh, this is the worst situation for Goodman now.
And now here comes
one more. Yeah, Callisto.
Here comes Callisto. So, does he need to save? Okay, final stop. Craig Forsyth coming in. To the marks. Up on the jacks. Final pit stop of the season for Craig Forsyth. No wins this season, but many, many podiums, and so close. Down and away. New tires and enough fuel to the end. In the box for 8.1 seconds. So where does Clindy cycle out? And there is, well, he's in front of Clindy. Forsyth in front of Clindy. So now Clindy just needs to run him down. Gary Lovern, lap traffic, final stop. He gets out of the way and now puts probably the battle for the lead directly in contact with one another, and also involved. And it's been, he's been shouted out in chat a number of times. We don't want to forget about the guy, Justin Kirby. He's right there as well and in contention.
It's Justin there is, yeah, in 10th position. Virtually should be in top 5. We have to wait for Cocker.
Kirby pitted on lap 99, so he might just need to save one lap of fuel.
The thing is, he need to at least have a little bit speed to coming close to Kyle. When it's getting close to Kyle, they can save it to the end.
Leaders on pit road, Wagner and Murphy. Final stop here for this season.
Gary Lovner, black.
They need to be very, very quick in the box already. Oh, fast stops. 8 seconds flat for Murph, 8.1 for Wagner. That turns the lead over to Dean Mall. He is 17 laps into his stint. He went 21 last time. He's gonna have to come to pit road one more time. Same thing with Rick Ravon, who was one of our early leaders, currently holds the purple lap, was dominating portions of this race, got a black flag from the way that he exited pit road on his next to last stop. Actually, 2 stops ago, to be honest. So he is now 17 laps into his stint. He went 20 last time. We'll see if he can go a little bit longer, since he had a drive-through at one point. Hugo Gallas in third. He's 18 laps into his stint. He went 22 last time. Hugo Gallas in the Texas Longhorn colors. They're the Altena Auto Sport entry. Mark Amini 15 laps. Mark Amini in 14th position. He is 15 laps into his stint. And we could give you that stint time. There you go. He went 23. Sorry, he went 23, so he's going to have to pit one more time.
So about Gary got the black flag because he gambled to just refuel without used tires, and when you do that, your tire is getting hot, then going cold, no grip on the exit on the pit. That's why you have a black flag.
And right here, Wagner, Forsyth, Murphy.
Come on, Ramsey! It's gonna be the yellow flag. Caution! Ramsey in turn 4.
Oh boy, this changes things up. What happened is he got loose. Looks like he caught it.
And exit.
And then on exit, loose again and to the inside. Now this time he bounces off, and the bounce is enough to put you right back into the racing line. And that is going to bring out a caution.
Ooh, look at that on board on Hugo Gallas.
Oh
my God. Wow.
And these guys, this was getting ready to be a pass. So these guys are racing. They don't know what's going on around the corner. Watch this from Hugo's point of view. Watch his dashboard. They're racing for position. They're racing for the race lead at this point. He doesn't know it yet. He doesn't know it yet, but he's just trying to hold off on the outside. Now he sees this, and now he sees this start coming back in front of him. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Whoa. So I'm going to go back. We're going to watch this at full speed, guys. We're going to watch this at full speed. Here it is. Full speed. Whoa. Golly. And so now, guys, this is now a battle. It's going to be a big-time battle for the win, as we now see all those that were needing to come to pit road for final stops. They were able to do that under caution, but they're going to go to the back. And all those that were able to save, well, this is going to be interesting.
Rick Ravon's show is coming up. He is coming in 8th with new tires. Behind of him is Hugo Gallas and Marco Mini. So front to him, they have a Mason, Cocker, Mole, Clendy, Murphy. Oh my God. It's going to be battle on this.
Okay, so, and we're 13 to go. I don't think we're close enough to the end that will put all the leaders together. So some of those leaders that are going to battle for the fight here are going to have to come through lap traffic, with the exception of Pat Armstrong. Pat Armstrong will get the wave around here momentarily, and it'll put him at the tail end, or actually it'll bring him back to 1 lap down in the order, and he'll get the wave around. Now we'll turn the lead over to Wags. Wags is your leader. Forsyth will be second. As you hear them burning fuel, they now realize some of these cars have too much fuel now. So they hear them burning fuel. We got Wags is your leader. Forsyth in the blue Forsyth Racing throwback livery. That is his signature paint. He is currently second. Mark in the plucked chicken. He is third. Clindy is fourth. Dean Mall is in fifth. Shane Coker's had himself a great race, and this has really helped him as well because he had a bad pit stop where he missed his marks. He is now caught back up to the rest of the group. Mitchum, he's going to join him in the battle here at the restart. And then we're going to have Callisto, Hearn, and Herrick right behind him that are lapped. And then Rick Ravon, then Hugo Gallas, and then Mateus Marcamini will be in 10th. Now, will Herrick and Hearn and Callisto move out of the way and let these guys on by? We will see. And we're probably going to go green with 11 to go. Lights are out of the pace car. I'm not even daring to make a prediction here. The only thing that if I'm Clindy, I got to finish this race. I absolutely 100% got to finish this race. And it is going to get really dicey at the front with some drivers that haven't got a chance to win this season. Well, really won. Forsyth hasn't won this season. Wags has won this season. Murph has won this season. Glindy has won this season. Maul hasn't. Maul likes winning. He'll want to come forward. Coker, he'll want to sniff a win here. Mitchum, same thing. Rick's won this season. Hugo hasn't won this season. He's got a podium, but he'll want to sniff a win. Marcamini, same way. These guys are going to be racing for the biggest race of this season, for the biggest win of this season. It's going to get dicey. What do you do if you're Clindy? Here we go. Green flag coming to 11 to go in the air for the final sprint here of the Indianapolis 500K ISRA and the Sim Motion and their ISRA Open Wheel Series.
Okay, Clindy, oh no, Rick Raven loose. Oof, recovered the car. Nice hands on Rick Raven over there. Whoa. Well, if I Clindy, I stay. Just follow the group. I don't want to be in trouble. That's it. Leaving Wagner, leaving Forsyth, leaving Murphy to battle to the end.
We're going to go three wide like a pace lap going in the three. And the serious thing here is they can all make contact and they could take out Clindy as well. We're climbing all over one another and we're upside down on the front stretch. Caution. Marcamini and Rick Ravon.
Marcamini. Oh, Raven went to the wall. And Marcamini nothing to do. It's nothing to do.
Oh yeah, just bad. Just big push. Marcamini just unfortunately closing rate rolls up on over him, and then I think does Kirby get involved here? Oh jeez.
No.
Oh wow.
Safe.
Kirby with a miss. We've had some big misses, but Kirby and Hugo Gallas, two big ones today here in the late stages.
It is hard because they have a haste and to the right side. It's like a ooh.
And now we're back to 10 to go. Meatball flags in the air for Richie Hearn, Rick Ravon.
Oh no. So Richie Hearn, why?
And Richie's going to come down and answer it.
Oh, he hit the wall on Tron 4 and accident on 4. Hard.
Yeah, everyone pushing as hard as they can on that lap. Rick coming down pit road. He will execute the fast repair. Marcamini getting a tow. He will execute the fast repair as soon as the tow is able, but he's unfortunately going to fall down and off the lead lap, and that's a shame. He has been conserving and battling just to get to this point. And the end, it's like so far, yet so close. So close, yet so far. That's what I'm trying to say. I am not the poet today.
pretty good on, and Hugo is 8 without use the tires. I said without use the tire because they have a 4 laps. They have a Mason Mitchell in front with 15. So maybe he can make a good move and finish on 5th if he can have a chance. There should be one more lap on pace car, no?
Yep. We'll see the lights go out on the pace car. We're going to go green with a 20-mile sprint. Actually, we'll go green with just less than 20 miles. We're doing a 17 and a half mile sprint, hopefully.
So Raven is back on the tail of the lead lap.
Now, we are at the point where I think all of the lap cars will go to the back. So this will put Rick in direct contact with the leaders right where he wants to be. And he's going to have to really, for the most part, with the time remaining, he's going to have to kind of brute force his way to the front on this one. We might not have seen the last of the cautions out here. We'll see. But if there's someone that has the number of laps around this place to do it, it's that guy. But, I mean, look at the number of IndyCar starts at the front. I mean, Forsythe, hundreds of starts. Murphy, hundreds of starts. Wagner, hundreds of starts. Clindy, he's getting there. He's racking up a lot of starts. We know Maul has a lot of starts in the Lionheart series. Coker, he's really picking this thing up. His racecraft is improving. Same thing with Mason Mitchum. Hugo Gallus, he has hundreds and hundreds of starts. Michael Goodman at the Lionheart level, he knows what he's doing. Justin Kirby, man, he's got all that experience in front of him. What's a man to do? Well, you're just going to race it out here. We're going green flag.
Green.
And not a good start for Goodman. We'll see what happens to Rick. Rick's got a beat on Kirby already. He's going to try to take a swack at him here down the backstretch. We're going to go 3 wide for the lead. Craig feigns up a little bit just to prevent Wags from going up there. Wags would have sent it if he could have. Wags now real high. Here comes Clindy. Bad exit. Wags tries to go down to protect. Now we're going 3 wide to the start-finish line. Darth Maul on the outside. Clindy cuts across. Wags cuts across Maul. He goes to third. Whoa!
Nice.
And that really messed up Maul and Wagner going through the corner, but they were able to save it. We're going down the backstretch as the snake is weaving, but it's Murph and Forsythe side by side going into 3. Murph's going to stay low. He's not quite clear. He can't pull up. And it has taken a day of battling. The man started in 14th. That is Clindy in 3rd. He is up 11 spots. And he is right now got a chance to win himself a championship and an Indy 500. He is in 3rd, kind of watching what these guys in front of him are going to do. Coming to 4 to go. It's a qualification run. 10 miles to go. Coming out of 4, staring at the start-finish line to start that run. Here we go, guys.
So whatever is happening now, we're gonna finish the race.
Whoa, Mo with a huge run on the outside. He goes to 3rd.
Nice.
Wagner to the inside of Clindy. Clindy now back 2 spots. Just on the south end of the racetrack alone.
Oh, we have a Galas slow. Oh no. Contra the Mitchell on Galas. Photo then slow going back to the pack.
Now, Hugo Gallas just needs to hang on. He doesn't have a meatball, but he's looking at a pretty decent finish. Unfortunately, he's out of the top 10 now. Back up front is Forsyth Murphy. Here comes Maul to the front. Murphy gets contact with, and in the Maul to the wall. Murphy made contact with the, oh no, and Forsyth comes into the tie, and he takes out our points leader.
No.
He took out, unfortunately, took out Coker, and then took out Goodman, who I called our points leader, just sort of our points challengers. And
It's alive.
we got to go back and watch what happened. Is he goes down, Forsyth clips Murph. He shoots up the racetrack, and unfortunately, Maul is there. Look at Clindy. Clindy steers himself out of the way, and wisely so, because I think Forsyth was having control issues, and he comes down and hits Coker. And this race is done. This race is done.
And you want to funny? With all of these incidents, Raybon finished on 4th.
This race is done. We are going to come to the white flag next time by, and that might be a good thing for Murphy, because we do not know what damage he might have on his car from that tap, and we will see what happens. But this is going to be a finish under caution.
Okay, so
And remember, it's not a downgrade to win the Indy 500 under caution. Dario Franchitti won each one of his Indy 500s under yellow.
My friend, race deal. That's it. It's a race deal. It is race deal for both of them. Murphy followed his line. He tried to go into. It's normal for us when you try to put the car in the turn. You have to a little bit go to the right. But Forsyth going to the left to try to take the turn, and it's something is happened. So race deal for sure. Did Mole. That's just unfortunate for him.
And all Murphy needs to do is keep it in formation for the next half a lap.
So we have a half a lap. So I can say this. We started on December when Clindy won in in Miami. Las Vegas finished 5th. In Kentucky won the race. And Texas finished 7th. Pocono 14, Fontana 6, Kansas won the race, Motegi finished 7. New Hampshire, the worst one, was 17, Michigan 4th, Iowa won the race, Charlotte 2nd, Chicago 9 won the race, and today, with the 3rd one, is basically the championship today in ISRA.
Coming off of corner number 4 for the final time this race and for this season, Mark Murphy gets a long-awaited 500, but a kilometer win. Nevertheless, it's still a win in Indianapolis in the Plucked Chicken. He comes home your winner for the 4th time this season. Wags is 2nd in the Al Unser car, and 3rd is our champion of the series, Kyle Clinworth. Win number 4 this season for Mark.
So Mason was on 7 and he disappeared. And I don't know if this score called him like a 7.
Yeah, that's where I got him in 7th right now. Mark Murphy gets the win.
Down.
Wagner in 2nd, Clindy in 3rd, Ray Vaughn in 4th, Justin Kirby 5th, Gallas in 6th, Mitchum is now classified in 7th, Lionel Callisto in 8th, Jim Herrick 9th, Rigney in 10th. Mark Amini 11th, but that is not indicative really of how he really saved and worked to get up in the top 10 all day long. Lewis Hayes in 12th, Richie Hearn 13th, Pat Armstrong stretch in 14th. Goodman is going to come up a little short in the championship. He comes home 15th. Shane Coker, much better race than a 16th place shows that he finished. He comes home in 16th. Glover in 18th. Forsyth, again, same thing. Much better race than an 18th. Dean Mall, same thing, 19th. Devin Ramsey, bit of an adventuresome day in 20th there. Reagan in 21st. He had an adventuresome day. Irby in 22nd. Quilla 23rd. And O'Meara in 24th.
So in 1 hour and 36 minutes, Murphy won the race and Clendy proclaimed the champion. Season 1 of the IndyCar Series. Oh, the Open Wheel Series, sorry.
Wagner just going the opposite direction on the front stretch.
And also, Clendy with the driver of the day with the 11th spot.
He needed to do a drive of the day to get that championship. He really, really, really did. All right, so how we're going to do the interviews. Stick with us. We have an extended interview segment going on today. We're going to talk with not only the podium, but we're going to talk with Clendy last. He finished third. We normally talk with third place first. We're going to talk to him last. We're going to talk to Wags first. Then we'll talk to Murphy. Then we'll talk to Clendy. Then we're going to go into the Group VC for the league, and there's going to be a drawing for some pedals and some gift cards, I think. So we'll talk to the winners there. So stick around. We have an extended interview segment going on here, so don't go anywhere. I know it's 11:30. I want to go to bed too. All right. First, we want to.
I think my mind. I'm gonna give you for Kirby, the driver of the day. Because Clendy is the champion, so it's like too many things for him.
All right. Okay, and the purple lap of that race belonged to Richie Hearn there at the end. He did a 40.1, so he was smoking right along there after he got new tires and light tanks there at that late stop. But sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes that's how it goes. And let's got Wags here and talk to him. And we're still waiting for Wags. We got Clendy and Murph. We're
first. No, Murph first.
no, we're bringing up Wags first. He was second. So Clendy will be last. Murphy will be second. So do we see?
Oh, it's down. I can pull it up.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, pull him up. Pull him up. Pull him up. It has to be so difficult. He has to be in a voice channel a mile away. Here he is.
All right.
All right. Wags, congrats, man, on the P2. We wouldn't have known what that final battle would have been like because of the caution. So we'll let you kind of finish the story. But once again, the Al Unser Senior Conseco livery delivers here at Indianapolis in a kind of an attrition-thrown race there right at the very end. But talk about your race. It kind of turned into an odd race because of the fuel save and how the we have a capacity limits at 75% in these cars, so it kind of made kind of a fuel strategy kind of first and foremost out there, and had to really wait before everyone could really go racing. But when the racing flags waved and the gloves came off, you guys were shooting it out. Talk about the finish there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wasn't really happy with my performance on the finish. It felt like every time I put weight jacker in the car just wanted just to not really settle in, just not really turn like the way I wanted to through the corners, even with the aero push. So toward the beginning of the race, everybody was fuel saving. I said, "What the hell with this? This is boring." So everybody was losing. I was watching. I got a map. Thank God for. I'm not sponsored by them, but Race Lab Apps. I have a map on my screen. I can look, see what everybody's doing. I'm like, those guys are saving. So if I go full bore and we go a long time without a caution, we can possibly put some distance on Clendy and I'm bad with names.
Rick.
Rick was sticking with me.
Well, Rick joined you, but it would have been
Yes,
Clindy. It mainly would have been Murph and Forsyth. Yeah, and Goodman. Yeah.
Yeah, they were all saving, and all of a sudden we come to the lap traffic, or was the second or first stop? I'm like, oh my God, those guys are really extreme saving. So, I think those guys made a mistake. I really think going full bore is the way to go, but I feel like you're wasting more time, and probably we were gaining on them probably about maybe 2-3 tenths a lap, and that adds up. And I got to the end, and Craig got into Murph there, and I'm guessing he got a little scared and tried to get close to his Murphy, and kind of lucked out and got second after that. But I wasn't happy with my performance at the end. I was just I really got to work on my, as you would say, finish the race, as you would say. But over and all, I'm happy with P2.
We'll go ahead and let you have your shout outs, friends, family, sponsors. You earned them. Big race today. Led 59 laps. Had a heck of a run. I know you wanted a little bit more out there, but there's a whole bunch of people behind you that wish they could finish second. So, yeah, give them those shout outs.
Yeah. I get a shout out for Mike Rigney for putting on this league. He did a hell of a job. I kind of hope when we go. Actually, you know what? I can't believe I'm going to freaking say this. You should probably meet my chat after this. I kind of hope when we go to a stock car next. I've been doing a little bit of NASCAR, here and there, trying to learn the car a little bit. Shout out to Murphy and Lionel Callisto, and those guys are with me 100%. Lionel has been with me to the end, and I really appreciate them. Everybody, Kyle Clenworth, congratulations on the championship. I have no idea who finished P2 there, Gary.
You finished P2.
I finished P2.
Yes, you finished P2. No, in the championship, you're P2 in the race. Sorry, P2. Goodman finished second. You finished 6 points behind Goodman.
Okay, I made up points, but not enough. I was mathematically. I needed some miracle to happen for me to.
Well, it almost. Goodman was involved in that last incident, so it almost occurred for you.
Yeah, it is what it is. Well, last season I was third in the championship. This season I'm third again. Maybe we can improve next season and go maybe to a second or a possibility of first championship.
Well, let me give you a little bit of kind of breaking news. I don't have a schedule graphic, I don't think. Check here. No, I don't have a schedule graphic. But I believe the next season will be IR18 again.
Okay, that's not bad. I will enjoy it. Either or, if it's NASCAR or IR18, these guys put on a good show. Rigney does a magnificent job. I'm looking forward to next season, and let's put it behind us, and hopefully we can improve on that.
All right. Well, congratulations, my friend, on the championship and the race. We'll catch you when the next season starts here in a couple of weeks. But until then, go enjoy it. And we'll check you out in the group chat here when we do the drawing here in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, take care.
Yeah. All right. Let's bring up Murph here for the win. Here he is. And here he is, Mark Murphy, the winner today. But everyone will want to know what happened there in turn one with Craig. And then your thoughts on the race above and beyond all that. But we'll just go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room. What happened down there in turn one?
I was trying to hold the bottom, and you get down into the late stages of one of these things, and you're gonna have to make a choice. Either you're gonna hold the bottom or you're gonna hold the top. And I got by Craig and made the choice. I was gonna run the bottom. He and I have a bit of a history of that here, and so on that particular lap, he did a really good job. Craig did a really good job of getting a pretty decent run. And then I don't know who the third car was, but there was a third car that came up top with just a giant head of steam going into turn one. And I was already really shallow on my entry, and I saw Craig coming down, and I was turning, and I couldn't get that. And his right got my right front. I don't think he was ever clear, but I mean, I don't know. I feel awful bad at that, because that was fixing to be another Murphy and Forsyth 0.0002 at the line. But that's a shame. But I feel bad for him. He didn't deserve there, and deserved to be in that position anyway. We had a third place car. It was going to always be between Craig and Matt, and in the perfect strategy. The call was made early to rule and stand on it. The difference was about 0.3 a lap. So we knew that cutting out the extra stop would work, and we caught that crew and blew them away, and they still had to stop. And, Clindy came out behind us, and he was in our draft, but he was going to have to save a mega ton of fuel. So I was just content to settle for third and let Craig and Matt do it. And then the second caution came out, and I said, all right, or the third to last caution rather. I said, all right, well, I'm third. And it looked like either Wags or Craig or one of the two, pretty poor jump. And I was able to get a charge at the top, and caution came out. And then, whatever happened at the end happened. And I feel awful for Craig, but that's racing, I guess, right?
You were kind of breaking up on some of that, but we got most of what you said. So what we'll do is we'll just give you a chance here for the shout outs and everything, and then we'll catch you down in the voice channel here a little bit later for the post race drawing here. But shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, you earned them. Go right ahead, sir. I know you're a little disappointed, but you are the winner, so you earn the opportunity.
I mean, it's a win in Indianapolis, and it's not all bad, man. I mean, I don't think I did anything wrong. I feel bad more for Craig and the show than I do for winning the race. But everybody at P1 Broadcasting, we had a big night tonight, back-to-back races, ton of views, more subs. We're getting ever closer to that 1,000. If you haven't done it, make sure you hit the subscribe button, please. That's the biggest thing you can do to help us out, because every one of those subscriptions elevates us in the algorithm, and that means more eyeballs, which means more exposure for all the talented guys that do this, and I'm not one of those. But shout out to them, and shout out to you guys. I got to thank Admin Box. We went with a little bit of a point scheme today, but so they weren't on it. But shout out to Fish and everybody at Admin Box. I got to thank everybody at Indy Alliance Racing. Rashad set a world record at Mid-Ohio yesterday, and he followed that up with a fifth today in a 5,100 top split. So good deal for him, and congratulations to Rashad on the world record. And Black Magic Designs, Black Magic Studios, Andy and And Brian, I wish Brian would watch out for the trees more, but shout out to all them guys. I mean, they're a ton of fun. We're getting ready to go run Sebring, and I can't wait for that with Kendale and James. And we broke the pluck chicken out and won the race. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to run this one some more. What do you say, Gary?
Special one-off liveries. Yeah, you don't always want to use them up too much. Well, congratulations on the win. I know that I think Lewis used another point system and told me that if we were using this other point system, I won't tell you which one that is, you would actually be second in the points championship rather than I think you're let's see, where do we finish? 10th with 4 wins and 10th spot.
I mean,
and basically, it was basically missing that race that you were on vacation on. It was just, it's kind of not fair to put in that type of effort and then to only finish 10th. So hopefully we use an amended point system next year. But Lewis was telling me you would have finished at least second in the point system he was using. So we know it's a good season, nevertheless. Something to look forward to in next season. We're going to be doing IndyCars again in a couple weeks. But again, thanks for all your help on the open side of things, and congratulations on the win here. Go celebrate and go have fun with the fam.
Right championship, Gary. That's what counts. That right guy wasn't me, and the right guy won, and that's the main thing. To Clindy, man, that dude's fast, and thanks to Mike and everybody at the ISRA. Mike runs a top-notch operation, and it's always fun, and I don't care if I don't get any practice, and I don't care if I don't get any practice. It was a ton of fun tonight.
All right, you got it, man. We'll check you at the drawing here in a little bit.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's bring up our champion, and here he is, our inaugural season champion, joining Lionel Callisto, who was our inaugural season champion in trucks and also Xfinity. Now we have a new name to add to that list, and not only did he bring home the championship with this effort today, but he improved 11 spots from where he started, not having a great qualification run, had to be patient, dug himself a deep hole, dug himself out of it, was there for a contention to put himself in contention to win at the end, and he brought it home third and sealed the points championship. Congratulations. We'll talk about the championship season-long effort here in a second, but let's talk about this race really quick. Didn't start off right for you, but you did everything you needed to do to get that car up into the to the top 3, the top 5 when it counted the most at the end.
Yeah, and I didn't really plan on finishing in the podium when Dean and Wags and Shane were catching me. I was just going to let them all by. I just knew I needed to beat Michael Goodman today. I stayed on his strategy because I knew that I just had to do whatever he did better. So whatever he did, I was going to do. I was going to follow him all day. The one time I passed him was because I'm like, oh, I can lead a lap here because we're going to cycle to the front. So I knew that I needed to lead a lap in case he led a lap. So that way those would cancel out. And I knew by the time that happened, neither of us were live to lead the most laps. I was very fortunate that Wagner and Forsyth out-qualified him because that was another point I didn't have to accumulate today. And then everything else was mission accomplished. I just, had a very clean day, kept my nose clean, stay out of trouble. I executed, no black flags, and just saved gas, man. It was really uneventful until the end of the race. And truth be told, I had no idea what to do at the end. I had not run a single lap at 100%. Except for in qualifying, and I did not do that well. So when Maul and Coker and Wagner all caught me, I just kind of picked a line and lifted and let them by. And I said, all right, you guys go have fun with Murphy and Craig, and I'll just be happy to get a top 5 or whatever. So not every day is a ship it and rip it day, but today was a bring it home safe and be smart day, and that's what it takes to win championships. And that's what I learned most this season, actually. I mean, I won 5 times, but I DNF'd 4 or 5 times too. So I got very lucky that some of my key rivals couldn't make 14 weeks in a row. I think that if Murph had been here every week, I probably would have had to race him for the win today to win this championship. But, circumstances in life get in the way. And I just hope that I am regarded as a deserving champion and that there aren't any asterisks. I came out and I raced my heart out, and I used my brain, and I used my feet, and I used my hands, and I used my eyes. So, and my heart, right? A lot of heart went into this. I showed up every week. I made a lot of good friends. I made a lot of good on-track relationships, and I can't thank Rigney enough for having me in this league, for trusting me as an outsider who, probably has the second or third most incident points on the front page of the Indy Fixed leaderboard every season. And he wanted me here. And he believed in me, and he knew that I wasn't gonna cause any trouble, right? And I felt like maybe I had one or two guffs this entire season, and they just happen, right? Everybody makes mistakes, and I'm gonna apologize in the past for all of mine, and hope that my competitors have the grace to do the same, because I will always forgive them every single time, because they deserve it. Everyone on the service is an absolute gem, and I'm so happy to share the track with them every Monday evening in this league.
Let's go back to the start of the season. It was a bit of a feast or famine for you, kind of in the early portions of the season. You get a win, get a DNF, get a win, get a DNF. When did you find your stride? When you decided that finally says, I can't give 100% every single lap, every single race, or I just got to think big picture. I mean, about what race was it where you really decided, okay, this is going to be my championship, and here's the changes that I'm making?
Yeah, so when Murph told me and Craig told me that they weren't going to be at Motegi, I knew I had to race differently, because I basically, going into Motegi, if I thought they're going to be there, I was on plan attack. I have to win every week, and if I crash, whatever, right? When I knew that I was going to get a free race on them, I knew that I could dial it back and just survive. So that's why I made the strategy call at Motegi that bit me, and I ended up finishing 8th or whatever, because I was like, you know what, I think this has a lot of upside, and I'm going to roll the dice, but the downside's not that bad, and I can keep my nose clean and make decisions behind the wheel that will keep me alive. And after Motegi, I think the only time I messed up was at New Hampshire.
New Hampshire,
because Murph and I were working together, right? And I was trying too hard, right? I was trying to lead every lap, save the most fuel, lead all the laps, get the pole, do everything I could, right, in that race. And I just tried to do one too many things at a time. And I think from this season, every time I've done something wrong, I've tried to learn from it and have tried to incorporate it into my race strategy going forward. I don't need to be perfect every lap. I just need to be better than everybody else. I don't need to do everything perfectly. I just have to do it good enough. Like every day today, I did not push pit entry 1 once, right? I saw Rick Ravon, actually going back to this race, Rick Ravon getting a pit road penalty made it so I was with Craig and Murph and them at the end, because he towed my group along, I don't know, a third to half a second a lap faster every single lap for a whole stint. So shout outs to Rick. He's amazing to race with. He's raced me really clean for races all year round, and he's the only reason why I was able to podium today.
Shout outs, friends, families, sponsors, and anybody and everybody you need to say hi to. Go right ahead. Take all the time you need. You are the champ. You've earned the opportunity, so go ahead. The mic is yours.
Yeah, so this is the first time I've ever been a champion of anything, and I want to take it humbly and respectfully. I have a championship because I have competitors, and I have a social group who support me and accept me, right? The people who are on iRacing, I dearly cherish them all as my friends, and I'm so glad to have them. I hope that I can be a deserving champion and one that represents the league well, both in media and on the racetrack. I'm going to make up a little decal with Rigney's authorization and put it on my nose. I've kept my nose cone deliberately empty these past few seasons, ever since I've been in contention, to put championship stickers on there. So they're going to go on the nose, and hopefully everybody will see them in my mirror, or in their mirror, excuse me. First and foremost, my first shout out goes to Shane Coker. He paid money, real American dollars, to be on the side of my car to promote the Votive Racing League. We race every Sunday night, and it is free to join. Shane and I have grown into really close friends, and he deserved a podium today. I was in a position where I was going to roll out of the throttle and let him go race for the win today, and circumstances got in the way. I wish so badly he was able to give you guys an interview tonight, because he's an up-and-coming driver. He's only been on the service for 1 year today, and he has a ton of potential. He's going to podium. He's going to win these races on P1. I am his biggest fan. I am his biggest believer. And right now I'm his business partner, right? He pays me to promote his league, to coach the people in Votive. So come race in Votive if you want to get better. I'll teach you how to handle a fixed setup around a hot track. And they're made by literally the best driver on the service, Robert Malechka III. Earlier tonight, he and I tangled for the lead, for the win, late in the going at Auto Club. And I want to shout out Rob. He is always a very humble, very caring, very clean competitor. And he is the fastest guy on ovals in the world. And the fact that I get to race wheel to wheel with him is honestly something I would have never imagined. So I am going to talk to him after this race because I feel badly that both of our races ended, but I don't believe it was either of our faults. But I need to change something going forward because it seems like the last 3 or 4 times I've raced with Rob, one of us has ended up in the fence or in a position where we're going to wreck. And I don't want that to be the case going forward. I owe that man a lot. He's taught me a lot, whether intentionally or unintentionally. And he is what I aspire to be on this service. Next up, family members. So I've got my mom who watches every week and my dad who watches every week back home in Illinois. I miss you guys so much. I'm so sorry. I wasn't good enough to lock this up before Indy and could have spent this week with you guys, but I will have a couple of bye weeks coming up in the future and I'll be able to see my family again in Illinois. I love you guys. I miss you guys very much. And shout outs to my cousin Craig, who runs Segerman Farms in Mononk, Illinois. He's on my car as well. He's the corn on my right rear and left rear aero blockers. So visit him if you need any agribusiness needs, or if you're looking for Wiffles hybrids, or if you need an industrial CDL septic truck delivered to yourself or your business anywhere in the continental 48. I can get you in touch with Craig, and he can deliver agribusiness or heavy equipment machinery to your home. And then last but not least, to my teammates at Rogue Racing and to my adopted teammates from this league. I owe the world to Mark Murphy, to Craig Forsyth, to all the 4D guys, to all the VRL guys, Mason Mitchum, Shane Coker. I want to thank Hugo Gallas and the VOR team, him and Gary Lovern. I want to thank Dean Mall and the Kirby's and the Irbies. And I already thanked Rayvon, and Wags, right? Everyone has raced me cleanly and with respect in this league. It's incredible, really. Honestly, I can't say enough about everyone in this league, but first and foremost is Murph. He worked with me. He helped me. He coached me. He was the voice on my shoulder telling me to rein it back when I was getting too aggressive. And he was the voice in my ear telling me to put pedal to the metal when I needed to win. He's taught me a lot this season about what it means to be a good race car driver and about what it means to be a good presenter and be a good teammate. And even though he's not a Rogue Racing member, he is always a teammate in my heart. So, and last but not least, obviously, thank you, Gary, and thank you, Luis, for broadcasting wonderfully every Monday night. I know that we do double headers often, and sometimes, Gary, you've had to fill in for Murph in open, but it just really means the world to me to have this channel and to be able to connect with so many people and to see it grow. I want to nurture and promote it and be the champion that P1 deserves on. I think this is the first league we've broadcast start to finish besides votive, right? Which is already on the side of the car and I can't stop gushing about. So it's a long-winded way to say I'm very thankful, and I hope to make everyone in this league very proud. And have very fond memories going back and watching the broadcasts from this season, all 14 of them, whenever they need a pick-me-up or something to put on while they're doing chores, because your voices, Gary and Luis, have really brought me a lot of comfort, and I think that they bring a lot of comfort and a lot of entertainment to folks all around the world. So thank you.
Well, thank you for the kind words. Congratulations, a worthy champion. And then, just a couple weeks here to celebrate, and it starts all over again where you have now defense of your championship, but you get at least a couple weeks to rest up and enjoy this one for sure. But congratulations, my friend. You definitely earned it. We are proud of you as well, and we will catch you at the next one. But in the meantime, we'll send you on down to the VC for the drawing, and we'll catch up with you guys down here in just a second.
All right. Thank you, Gary. Catch you later.
Yeah. All right. So, Lewis, final thoughts, and then we're going to go down to the VC and do the drawing here because there'll be a drawing for a couple prizes for the participants. But Lewis, what do you think, man? This was a good race. There was parts of it you're like, no, this is going to be another one of those fuel mileage save boring races. But it really always they always seem to turn into something that we always remember at the end.
Yeah, I was really enjoying the race. I really got surprised when the lead get back, put back down all of these guys. This was really weird. situation 40 laps, even in the fixed series or even in the Indy 500 happened that with 40 laps. It's really weird with in the lap 40 get that, but really entertainment in the end, because we have this yellow flag, and it's make it more excited for everything. It was a good championship for Clendy, for sure. He won the championship, and the first one, always the first one is good one. I never won the championship. Maybe no, I won something. I won one. So, but that's it. Races is really, really tough to win, and Indianapolis is really enjoyable to win over here. So, it was good for him. Congrats for the champion. Congrats for the main gun. So, next one is gonna be the defender for him. It's gonna be 14 more race from April to July.
Yeah, July somewhere. Yep. And we do
Yeah, something like
know, I
that.
think the opening race is going to be Auto Club, but let me get some music queued up here. We can just have it running in the background.
And also the people have to practice road course. So that's
Oh yes,
gonna be
we have a road
also
course on
fun.
next season. Yes, I believe it's going to be Road America. So we'll get one road course next season. So those that can turn right are going to have an advantage at least for one race. So let's go into the interview room here, and I'll meet you down there, Lewis, and just drag yourself down there. Yeah.
So let me say this.
Yeah.
So nothing more to say. Thank you so much to have me. Also, Mike for having me over here. So again, see you in 2 weeks. Thank you so much, and yep, see you in tomorrow and maybe also in Thursday year end.
Yeah, tomorrow night, the IndyCar Oval Series, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time, Legacy, Texas. It'll be me, LGN, and Justin Petschauer. But let's get on down to the drawing here.
Yep.
All right, you guys are still live, so don't say anything with the hot mic. But go ahead, Mr. Rigney. Go ahead with the draw.
Well, the first thing I want to know is which one Clendy wants of the choices that I gave you.
Thank you. I will take the floor pedals.
Not the inverted.
Correct, not the inverted. I
All
really
right.
want the inverted, but I've never had inverted, and I don't have a rig, so I don't know what I'd do with them. So I'm just gonna go with what I know.
All right. Let me grab these real quick. Set them to the side. All right. So the next thing we're gonna roll for here, numbers 2 through 18. Obvious reason why not 1 through 18. So we're gonna roll, and this will be for the inverted set of Sim Magic pedals. Y'all good?
Roll
Here
it.
we go.
Oh,
That's Rick.
are you
Rigged.
kidding? It's rigged.
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 Congrats.
We did a practice roll, and the practice roll is 13 too. That's why
2
we
in
did
a
rig.
row.
Congratulations.
All right, then we're going to do one more roll. This will be for the Sim Motion e-gift card. $250 worth of Sim Motion gear for you to use. I have the code in my inbox, so here we go. If this lands on 13 again, I'm re-rolling.
What the hell was written on the bottom? 12, 13?
Greg.
Who's 12?
Rig,
Who's 12?
Reagan.
Oh
Rigged
shit!
it.
He'll be happy about that. He's not here.
You'll be happy.
Yeah.
That's Chris.
Yeah, 12th is Chris Reagan.
Reagan.
There we go.
There you go.
That's in points. Okay.
Yeah, in points. All right, fellas, that's the things. That's all the prizes I got for you. What a great season we've had.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Mike.
you for putting it on.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mike.
thanks.
There's
Mike.
one
Thanks to
burning
y'all.
question left.
I'm gonna let Gary answer that burning question.
Well, Rick, you got any comments for well, I guess next in class win? You didn't win the race. We know you're a bit of an Indianapolis whisperer, and it didn't come out that way for you today. Caught a little too much of that white line on pit road exit. I'm sure that surprised the heck out of you. But you got something out of this deal. You got some new pedals.
Oh, I do. Wait, I won?
Rick
Yes.
Rayvon,
Yeah,
yes.
you won.
You won. Congratulations.
Holy
No,
Christmas.
And on the practice roll, too.
I didn't even realize that. Wow. Isn't that wonderful?
The first roll was 13, and that's you.
I didn't know I was 13.
You win the inverted set of Sim Magic pedals.
Well, since he
Wow.
didn't know he won, someone else can claim him, I guess.
I had no idea.
Well, I mean, you won some pedals. I mean, I don't know what you got for gear, but I know that you've been sim racing for ages. But talk about, real quick, the surprise of getting that black flag on just grabbing two little bits of white line there during that race. And then talk about, winning some new gear out of this thing.
Well, I'm thrilled for the new gear. I'm a Logitech guy. I've got a G927. I've been using that for years. Pretty settled with that. But as far as the black flag, I didn't expect that. I didn't even know you couldn't get two tires over the white line. So that definitely caught me by surprise. If I knew that, if I was aware, and apparently Mike said something, but I must have been off taking a leak or something. I missed that. But, perfect timing, but it is what it is. I was hoping to catch a yellow, and we caught a yellow late, but it was too late with all the dirty air. But I was hoping to be up there with those guys, have a shot at the win here. But it was a great race, as it usually is with the ISRA, and everybody raced hard and clean, and that's what it's all about. I want to thank everybody, all the drivers. It was a great season. I was here for 11 races. I just barely made the cut, by the way. You had to race 11 races to be in the drawing, and I didn't know if I raced enough. But and I don't know what they're going to do next year's, but the next season. But
I guess that's up to me to announce here, isn't it? Is that what you're saving it for, Rigney, or you want to announce it?
No, you messaged me and said, "Can I do it?" I'm like, "Oh yeah."
I wasn't sure if you wanted me to do it. Okay, so we kind of lit it out a little bit during the broadcast, but we will be going season 2 of the Open Wheel Championship starting in about 2 weeks at Auto Club. It'll be
IR18?
Yep, IR18. It'll be 14 weeks again, with one road course involved. And the first road course he had on the schedule, I'm like, come on, man. And so I had to clear it up a little bit. You guys would have been racing at Phillip Island if he had his way. But we got an IndyCar road course for you coming up, and you'll be able to see the schedule when he makes it available. But 2 weeks.
What it is.
Two more weeks, 14 rounds, starting at Auto Club.
And here I told my wife I was going to start having Mondays off.
Well, you got a couple weeks off anyway.
All right, well, there you go. I'm going to go back up to the booth here, but congratulations, everybody. Great season. Everyone has a reason to be proud, and I hope we see you all return. And there's a certain Xfinity Series champion that needs to race some Indy cars that he has not appeared at all this season. That owes us an IndyCar race or two, and I hope we see him next season.
Oh, Mr. Evans?
I'm not saying names.
I went to one of the P1 streams and he was in there, and I kind of said something in the in the chat, and he said he really had no comment.
All right, guys. I will check you guys later. I'm going to wrap up the broadcast, and we'll catch you all later. But congrats to everybody. Good performance out there.
We'll
catch you in the next race.
For what you do.
No problem.
For all your hard work.
Appreciate what you do.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. No problem. We love doing it.
Yeah.
All right, Lewis. We're going to get on out of here.
Yes, sir.
And give everyone back their, now they're Tuesday morning.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And we'll peek into, here we go. And that's going to be it. Thanks for everyone for sticking around for a bit of a extended post-race interview, kind of opening up the curtain there, just kind of seeing how things are done. We'll bring Clindy back onto the picture here, show our champion as we decide to call it out. So that's it for today and for this inaugural season. Once again, your podium from Indianapolis. Mark Murphy with the win. Had to clear my throat there. It's just been one of those long evenings. Matt Wagner, P2, and Clindy does everything he needs to do, finishes third, and comes home with the inaugural season championship. So congrats to our inaugural champion, Kyle Glenworth, who will now join Lionel Callisto as the drivers in ISRA history with the only drivers to win the inaugural season championships. Just those two so far. So we decide to start another season with another car. We'll see who joins that list. We'll join P1 again April 7th for round 1 of season 2 of the Sim Motion ISRA Open Wheel Series, as we will stick with the IR18 Dallaras and start a new season at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana. Coverage should begin around 8:30. It might be adjusted a little bit. We don't know that. It may be no more than 10-15 minutes. It might be 8:40, it might be 8:45. The best way to stay on top of when we start our next races for next season is go subscribe to the P1 channel. And when I post next season's thumbnails and schedule all their races, you'll see them pop up in your feed, right? And then you'll click the notify me button, and you'll be notified when we go 30 minutes before we go live and right when we go live. But you'll also see when the day is and the time that we're going live. So that's probably the best way to check everything there. So find everything you need on youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not an easy one, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought of today's race. If you enjoyed today's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more P1's other iRacing programming, including tomorrow night. The IndyCar Oval Series kicks off at Season 2 of 2025 schedule. We'll be at Legacy, Texas. Coverage starts at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss it. The ISRA is sponsored by Sim Motion. With over 50 combined years of experience in the industry, Sim Motion is your one-stop strategy for everything you need for sim racing. Whether you still have your rookie stripes or you're a grizzled veteran looking for that next upgrade, check out their line of sim racing hardware, including top brands like Azatec, Blood Kickers, Moses, Sim Magic, and more. They were the suppliers of those wheels and not wheels, but the pedals that you heard talked about in the drawing. Clindy won a set for the championship, and Rick Ravon won a set in the drawing. I want to thank them for supplying those to us, and you can check out all of their stuff at their store, our online store today, or follow one of their socials. All the links you need are in the description. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash Sim Cams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook, follow them on X and Instagram. Links are in the description. So, for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at P1, Mike Rigney, everyone here at ISRA, and of course, let's not forget the good folks at Sim Motion. I am Gary Gozzo saying to all good night and thanks for watching. And to all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again. Well, before we do that, once again, congratulations to our inaugural season champion, Kyle Glenworth. Catch us again right here, April 7th at Auto Club in Fontana for the next season of and the next race of the Sim Motion ISRA Open Wheel Series. Good night.